Hello everyone, I am Chase at Rocky Mountain ATV MC, giving you a closer look at the Ultra Probend CRM Complete Racer Pack from Cycra. Alright, so today we're giving you a closer look at the Ultra Probend Hanguards coming from Cycra. This is a full wraparound handguard, so very popular for off-road riders, Enduro, supermoto, ATVs. Really cool handguard, and honestly, it's going to be a handguard for riders that are looking for all the bells and whistles. You're making a big investment here, but some really cool features that we're going to talk about today. But before we dive into those, if you're not too familiar with full wraparound handguards, well, what that means is that they mount on the inside of the handlebar, so down here near the handlebar clamps, also on the outside of the handlebar as well. So very popular because not only do they give great protection for your hands, but also really good protection for your levers as well. So first we'll talk about construction, then we'll talk about some of the other features that these handguards offer. So if you look here, I've got one mounted up completely with the hand shield, I've got one without. So construction-wise, your 6061 billet aluminum, so very high quality aluminum. That's gonna be with the aluminum bar as well as the clamps. And you're gonna notice that out here on the outside, they have what they call their abrasion bars. So these abrasion bars are nice because you're making a big investment here. So to protect these, keep them looking good, you've got these bars, so if you do go down, you're gonna slide on these rather than the bar itself. And what's nice too is that these are replaceable. So if you did have a tip over, a crash, whatever it might be, you can just replace these. Now if we look at the hand shields, okay, injection molded plastic, and I will tell you right now that this is the thickest, hardest hand shield that I've ever seen on a set of handguards. There's little to no give on these, so very heavy duty, great protection. And also what's cool about the Ultra Probend is you'll notice that in this one, you have the vents that are actually taken off. So you have a little bit of fine tuning that you can do. So if it's a hot climate, you wanna get some airflow, take the vents off, very simple to do. But if the weather turns or it's cold, maybe you get caught in some rain, you can put those vents on and just have a little bit more coverage for your hands. So there's your construction. Again, very large, very strong hand shields. Also, you're gonna notice a lot of cool colorways that these are offered in as well. But if you look how these mount up, okay, these are some of the big features that I wanna highlight here. So these are called CRM, and that stands for center reach mounts. So as I mentioned earlier, full wraparound, so you're gonna mount to the outside of the bar, pretty simple, but on the inside is what I like. So you've got their clamps, but you'll notice that these aluminum bars are really long. So what Cycra did is they designed these to mount closer to the handlebar mounts. And the reason for that is with a lot of full wraparound handguards, typically what they'll do is they'll mount somewhere on the taper portion of the handlebar or where it starts to slant down. And because of that, sometimes it can honestly be a little bit of a pain to get those mounted up and get them all aligned. So by having them mount closer to the handlebar clamps, just makes it a little bit easier. You get a better grip with those clamps. So honestly, mounting these up, I will say yes. I think they do mount up quite a bit easier. And you're gonna notice too, what I like is on the front of the aluminum bars that you have recessed locations. You actually have 3 locations to put that bolt to get those lined up just where you need it. So depending on the handlebar that you have, it's gonna make mounting very easy. Also just gives a nice clean look. Now if you look at the aluminum bar here, another feature I like is you see you've got this bend right here as it leaves the handlebar clamp, or the clamp of the handguard, excuse me. That is to clear any wires, any controls, or any cables that you might have, on the inside of the bar. As you work your way around to the outside, you're gonna notice that as it leaves the outside of the handlebar, that it bends down. Now the reason for that, okay, if you're grabbing the handlebar, if you have a crash or a get off, your hands need to come off the bars. It makes it easier to do that with less likely for you to catch your hand on the handguard. Also, when you go to put your hand on the handlebars, it just makes it a little bit easier to grab. Again, that's not going to interfere as much by having it slope downward there. And the last thing that I do want to mention is I really like the look of this handguard. You've got the black anodized finish on the aluminum bars and the clamps. So overall, really good looking handguard. I would say overbuilt with the billet aluminum as well as those hand shields that are so incredibly thick. Also, I really do like the mounting position that you get here. Much easier to mount by being closer to the handlebar clamps. And that is the Ultra Probend CRM Complete Racer Pack Handguard coming from Cycra. If you guys do have any questions, leave your comments below. If you want to pick some up, click on the link or head over to RockyMountainATVMC.com. Do not forget that orders over $75 ship free. If you like this product spotlight, you want to see more like it, make sure you subscribe. And also, we have a handguard buyer's guide where we talk about the different styles of handguards that are out there. So if you're not quite sure which one you want, what's going to be best for you, that video will put you in a really good direction. I'm Chase here at Rocky Mountain, and we'll see you on the trails.